What's up YouTube? Today I thought I'd do a video on the Smith&Wesson M&P the Pro Series. The Smith&Wesson was influenced by two different firearms that preceded it, the Smith&Wesson Sigma and the SW99. It was introduced in 2005. They come in so many different variants, the compact, the shield, and the Pro Series, and multiple calibers. Everything on this firearm is ambidextrous. The slide release is on both sides. The mag release can be reversed. The ergonomics on this firearm are fantastic. Now, whereas most brands, when they have interchangeable back straps, they just lengthen or shorten the back of the firearm, whereas this actually changes the shape of it because it's rounded. It comes with small, medium, and large. But the Pro Series can go from anywhere from $600 to $700 for these things. The owner of this firearm got a huge deal on it. He got it for 500 bucks. Now, a lot of people that have been following my channel for a while will know I'm not a big fan of polymer firearms. I think this goes back to my childhood when the metal toys were always better than the polymer toys, you know? And so I always had a problem with polymer. I never liked the sound or the feel, but this one changed my mind on that. It's got a complete stainless steel chassis in here. Probably why I like this firearm, because they still use steel to strengthen the firearm. I really do like that. What am I even shooting at? I'll just go right there. It's also got a Picatinny rail on the front. Now this has a Dreamlight TLR4 on the bottom. Now, I really like lasers on the firearm. I don't know if I'd have one on my carry firearm, but I have to say, with this on the bottom at the range, it's a lot of fun to be able to use the laser, and it feels so weird that you're not aiming down the sights. The only difference between this and a standard M&P is that it has improved sights, night sights, and the trigger is greatly improved. Now, if you get an Apex trigger and put it in there, you're going to have a fantastic trigger. It's got a very light reset. I'm going to demonstrate that to you. So there's your trigger pull. So your trigger pull. Now let's show you the reset. Now I bet you didn't hear that, but that was the reset. You can see it pop, but I bet you didn't hear it. It's got a very light reset. Now it's not bad. Once you get used to it, it's not that big of a deal. They actually have drop-in kits that will actually make a more positive reset on your firearm. Now, like I said, this firearm does not have a manual safety, but you can put one in. It's basically a thumb safety, just like the 1911 that's right here. The only thing I don't like about it is when you're racking the slide and it's on safety, it just kind of gets in the way, and it's really easy to take it off safety when you're doing that. But it does have some safety mechanisms in it. It actually has a firing pin block. You can see it when you take the slide off and look on the bottom of it. Basically what it does is it blocks the firing pin until the trigger has been fully pulled. It also has a trigger safety, this bottom part right here. If that's not pulled, the firearm will not go off. It does have a loaded chamber indicator. It's pretty much a cut in the top of the slide. As you can see, it is empty right now. Empty. But if I were to, let's say, load a live round, as you can see, through that top slot, you can tell that there is a shell. It has a stainless steel slide with a melanite coating on it. Now, if you go on the Smith&Wesson page and look up the finish, it's going to say Armonite. but because melanite is actually trademark, they made up their own word for it. But they said, according to what I've read, it is the same process, just a different name. One thing I do like about this firearm is it does have an external extractor. A lot of people say these are a lot more reliable than the internal. Me, I have not seen a difference between the two, but it is kind of nice that it's so easy to change. You can tell that that pin on top, you just knock that out and you can change your extractor. Alright, it comes with two 17-round magazines, double stack. Without that little Upola loader, it gets really a pain in the ass towards the last couple rounds. But you get two of these magazines, and they do have round count indicators cut into the side. Very high quality made magazines. Now the reliability on this firearm is superb. Now on this particular firearm I haven't seen any issues, but I have shot M&Ps for a while, and when it messes up, it tends to mess up with aluminum cased ammunition. It'll have a failure to eject. Other than that, I've never seen a problem with this firearm. So it's a very reliable firearm. I would have no problem carrying this thing.
We had the failure to feed the one time, just the once.
The one time we did have one issue with this firearm, but it is nowhere near as bad as, let's say, my grandpa's Rock Island Armory 1911, where it has a problem almost every single time I mess with it. So let's take this thing down. Pull it back and lock it, and then you turn down that lever. Simple. Release the slide, pull the trigger, and it comes apart. Now just remember the blue end always goes this way, and there's your barrel. Alright, so if this was my firearm, there's a few things that I would change about it personally. For one, I would get that Apex trigger. It definitely improves the trigger. It's not a bad trigger. Supposedly it has between 4 and 5 pounds for the trigger pull, but I would definitely change it out for an Apex. I'd also put a manual safety on it. I just prefer to have that. Since I wouldn't be carrying this firearm, it'd just be a range thing, I would just prefer if it had that safety on it. Other than that, I don't see anything about this firearm I would change. I might put in the large grip panel, because if you want to take it apart, you just turn this guy, which is going to be hard for me to demonstrate, but you turn this, pull it out, and this piece slides right out. I'd probably put the large one in because I've got such big hands, but this doesn't feel bad to me. It's so ergonomic. All right. Is it weird that even when the slide's back like this, I let the slide forward because I like doing this? Is it really that weird? There's just something rewarding about it. So. I noticed I was supporting, my hand was pushing down on the slide release when I was gripping it. So
somewhere. You're gonna like this grip. Oh, I did the same thing as you.
Alright, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I really do love this firearm. It feels great in my hands, and this is pretty big considering I don't like polymer guns, but I really do like this firearm. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please put something down in the comments below if you would like to see something on the channel. It would be greatly appreciated, any constructive criticism. So hope you guys enjoyed the video. There's going to be a lot of cool stuff coming up in the future. Hello, I'm a man round. I make your fun go away. Yay! You jackass.